It's Saturday morning. It's 8:13. 8:13 on a unexpectedly sort of sunny Saturday morning. Sort of sunny Saturday morning. Like nice alliteration there. Anyway, today's a two-gig day. 2 gigs today. Oh, I'm saying it's surprisingly sunny because of the weather that we've had the last few days. It's been raining and raining and raining and raining and raining. I think we got about 600 inches in the last 2 days. I am exaggerating, but not by much. The streets all over the place have been flooded. Schools were canceled yesterday. So yeah, just typical Louisiana weather. But it's okay right now, but it's supposed to be raining again throughout the state later today. And I have to drive all the way up to the northwestern section of the state. It'll probably be pouring ass down raining when I have to do that. That's always an adventure. Anyway, the first gig today, I mentioned it on a previous video, the last video, is that it's a benefit. It's a marathon, foot race and a bicycle race, marathon type deal thingamajig, to raise awareness of spina bifida. We play for this every year. This will be, I don't know, our 4th, 5th year maybe? I don't know. We play for it a lot of consecutive years. That should be good. It'll probably be raining for that. They said if it rains, they're going to put us in the barn. So we'll probably be in the barn, but it's going to be hot. Second gig, as soon as that first gig is done, I have to get on the road and... Wow. I rolled right over that bird. I didn't crush him, but he was in the middle of the lane, and I think he survived. Yeah, so I have to, as soon as the gig is done, I need to set up, I can't even talk this morning. I have to pack up all of my stuff as fast as I can, load it up in the car, and then hit the road. It's going to take about, what did I say, about 3.5 hours to get to the second gig from where I am at the first gig. It's a long way. And what's really strange is that this little town where I'm playing for the second gig, I've never actually been to that town before. It's one of the few areas of the state where I've never played. I've been in that region before. It's around the town of Natchitoches, which is, you've seen, I've been to Natchitoches at least once on this series. I played for a wedding reception there a while back. Anyway, it's kind of in that area, but it's east of, or west of there. It's closer to the Texas state line. So that's what's going on. That's going to be at a theater in this little bitty town. And apparently this is some kind of music thing that the town puts on every so often. I don't know exactly what. But anyway, it'll be Cajun music. I'll be with the Cajun band for that. Alright. I'm going to finish my drive up here to the first gig. First gig is about, I don't know, 45 minutes from where I am now, in the beautiful town of St. Francisville. Always like going up there to play. So I will see you at the first gig. Alright, we have arrived. There's a couple of more bends in this gravel road and we will be at the gig site. That my camera's sliding down the thing. Just saw a turtle crossing the road. Isn't it nice? There's a big lake out there. It's always beautiful up here. This is it. This is the place. I think I'm the first of the band members here. Alright, so I just parked for the first time. Since no telling what the weather is going to be like, I'm around the back of the barn. I don't know if we're going to end up staying here because the guy said if the weather gets bad, we'll be in the barn in the loft. the loft, that kind of worries me. I mean, we have stuff to carry. Anyway, I'm over here right now. I guess I'll figure this out. The rest of the band should be here shortly. We'll see what happens. Man, it smells good out here. The folks are barbecuing. I'm hungry too. Shocking, right? So this is the kind of place that I dream of going to get away. Somewhere on a lake. Pretty much like this, except you take away the people and add some mountains and it'll be perfect. This is one of the best parts of this gig. Beer at 9:30 in the morning. All right, Barry has arrived. Barry and John. I'm partaking already. Hey! Okay, I am pulling the car around. We finally settled on where we're gonna play. So I'm just gonna get a little closer. Get a little closer. That'll make a good jingle for a commercial. For like deodorant or something. So I'm just gonna pull down here right by the fantastic smelling barbecue pit. And I will unload over here. Barry's pulling the trailer around. Guess I'll just back up over here. Yeah. People are looking at me like I'm crazy. What the hell is he doing? I guess I'll stop here. Okay, we've got the most important part of the setup complete here.
Really?
Our shade.
Exactly. Snack attack the lady.
Mike's a little tied up right now. All right, I've unloaded. I'm just moving my car again. It's hot. I mean, it is hot. Temperature says 74. I don't believe that one little bit. Oh. I gotta sit in the AC for a minute here. Oh, there's still so much to do. All right, we're pretty much set up here. I've had 6 heat strokes. Alright, we just played a short set here. We're going to take a little break while some prizes are distributed. And I'm going to go look for some food.
Check 1 2 1 2.
Some food to be distributed.
Okay, the winner is Aspian Smith.
Well, the gig is done. We finished up early. Because after all the prizes were given out, everybody took off. Plus, the weather's starting to deteriorate. Starting to get pretty gloomy out here, so we're going to pack up and get the flock out of here. But it's good. It gives me extra time to get to my next gig way up in North Louisiana. So I don't have to break my neck quite as much. So let's get moving here.
Oh, thank you.
It's a race against time. Look at that sky.
Yeah,
Holy
awesome.
crap. Didn't leave the place a moment too soon. It is just starting to rain. Yeah, I took my hat off because I was hot. Deal with it. My hair's a mess. Yeah, it is starting to come down now. No sooner did I hit the highway did it start raining. Well, I got a long way to go here. I'm sure it's going to rain non-stop the whole way. That's going to be wonderfully pleasant. So the first gig was good. It didn't last nearly as long as we thought it would. That rhymes. Like I said, after the prizes were distributed, everybody left. So we didn't even make it through we didn't make it through one set. Because we took a break about halfway through the first set. Then we came back and we picked up where we left off, and then the lady who hired us said we could go. So, but that's good because it gives me extra time to get to where I'm going here. I'm gonna need it with this freaking weather. Alright, well, I'm gonna continue my drive here. I'll be sure to turn the camera on in case something fascinating happens. But I will see you at the second gig. Did I ever mention how much I love Louisiana? That's sarcasm, by the way. Just a bit of trivia here. You see this big cable-stayed bridge right up ahead? This is the John James Audubon Bridge. It's the newest bridge across the Mississippi River in Louisiana. It was open to traffic in 2011. And at a previous job, I was the spokesperson for this bridge while it was being finished. So I've been up to the top of that bridge, up on those towers. I've been inside the bridge, under the bridge, all over the place. It was really cool. It's a beautiful bridge. Very elegant. At the time it was built, it was the longest cable-stayed bridge in the Western Hemisphere. Pretty cool. And it was the second cable-stayed bridge built in the state of Louisiana. There it is. Folks, don't do this when it rains. I don't know if you're stopped on the side of the road or if there's an actual hazard. Not to mention your freaking turn signal won't work. Keep the hazard lights off. Alright, I'm about 4 miles from my exit off of the interstate here. Hiccups. And it rained non-stop between my first gig, and the city of Alexandria, which is right in the middle of the state, right in the central part. And once I got to Alexandria, it stopped a little bit, and it's been okay since then. I've been traveling about 45 minutes past that point, and it looks like I've been watching the radar. It's about to hit again. And I just talked to Warren. They're already in the town of Manny, and they said it's raining. Of course it is. So I got about 30 more minutes and I'll be there. We are here. That's the place right up there. That's the Sabine Theater. Of course we're sitting at a red light. You know me with the red lights. You got a red light, I will catch it. Alright, Warren had said I can park in the front here. Let's see. Looks like I actually might be able to. Alright. I can just float into the building here. Oh. Well, this is it. Pretty cool place.
Ooh, nice. Give him my hands. I take you a picture. Thank you very much.
Well, the gig is done. There's Kent. So we were just kind of chatting with some of the folks in the audience. It was a very successful gig. Very nice, very nice. Well, I made it this far, loading up. Oh man, I'm tired. The time is now 9:52. I just left the site at the gig. I've got 3 hours and 15 minutes to drive to get home. Oh man. At least the rain stopped for now. What a fun gig this was. Tell you what, it was a nightmare getting up here, but the gig itself was really good. Very cool. We only played 2 hours, and it was well, you saw it, it was in a theater, an old theater, and it was kind of strange for a Cajun gig, because usually at Cajun gigs people are dancing and everything, but this one was more of almost like a concert type thing. We did have some people dance, but it was mostly people just watching, so that was kind of different, but it was cool, and I think we sounded really good. I've got no complaints. It was very successful. People seem to like us. I guess they don't hear a lot of Cajun music way up here. North Louisiana and South Louisiana are like two totally different states. It's completely different. Because in North Louisiana, it's more like you're in Arkansas or Texas or whatever. South Louisiana, you've got the Cajun heritage in the southwestern part of the state, and then you've got New Orleans dominating the southeastern part of the state. So it's just totally different. Anyway, but it was really cool. This was my first time playing in this town, and for me to play for the first time in a town in Louisiana is exceptionally rare, because I have played in a lot of towns around the state, but never this one, so this was a first. So, can check that off on my bucket list. Well, I've got about 20 miles, 20 minutes to go before I get to the interstate. Before I get on the interstate, I gotta fill up the old tank with gas here, because I'm down to about a quarter of a tank. I'll fill up, that'll get me home. Next gig, tomorrow night, in the opposite part of the state, New Orleans. Going back to New Orleans to play. So, man, I'm putting some miles on this vehicle this weekend. All right, I will see you at the next gig.